What's good, Panther Nation? It's your boy, Myron McRae, a.k.a. Tornado McRae across the skyways of the internet, here with another episode of Panther Pride TV, your one-stop shop for all your Panther notifications and your Panther obligations. And happy Tuesday to all of y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope everything's going smooth. Hope you were able to get through Monday, man. Hey, listen, we got, 16 days till Christmas? So to the kiddos out there, if you're watching, hey, get ready. Santa's coming to town pretty soon for you. And honestly, it's a nice time of the year. I love the snow. I love Christmas time and things like that. But guys, we are going to get into today's docket and a couple things that have come on the agenda, such as score watching, the Pro Bowl, and the playoff scenario. So we're going to talk about each one of those. And the first one has to be score watching. And the Panthers admitted to scoreboard watching just yesterday. And what I mean by that is the Panthers were heavily invested. Panther players, including Coach Canales and others in the organization, admitted they were watching the Bucks and Saints game on Sunday. Granted, I know we were all pulling for the Saints just to do something. They did that. Canales admitted that he got emotionally invested in the game and was watching, trying to be connected and just staying grounded to the story. And I liked Tershawn Wharton. I like Turk Wharton's approach to watching the game and him admitting that the way he was watching the game. And the way he did it was, here's what he had to say. He's like, I think when we played the Saints last, I didn't like how it went. So I'm watching it just to know that we're going to play that team in the past few weeks. They had some chippy games they could have pulled off, and they pulled that one off yesterday. So not as a fan, but as a villain. Anytime you lose, you want your get back. And that's a get back game for us and something that's in our way of where we need to go. That's the approach I like. I like that approach because you're sitting there thinking about it and you're like, man, yeah, I'm watching this game. I'm not a fan of theirs. I'm as a villain. I'm a hater. Like, I want that get back. I want to make sure when we play them, it is not the same team that we played the last time we were out there back in Bank of America. You got to have that attitude. And I'm hoping that a lot of Panthers have that attitude or something like it to have that animosity in them. Like, there should be something that pisses you off losing to the Saints. And now you have a chance to solidify your spot in the playoffs by beating the brakes off of them. You have a chance to go to that next step in terms of increased development by beating the brakes off of them and getting one step closer to the playoffs. And I like that mentality, especially from the defense. The defense got something feeling, but I also feel as though the offense has something to prove too. The offense has to go out there and be like, yeah, nah, we not doing that again. We're not doing that again. We played abysmal. We got to come out here and we got to get this get back. So I'm all for it. I was scoreboard watching, and man, listen, I'll be scoreboard watching on Sunday too. I'll be scoreboard watching that Atlanta game. Best believe. And I know a lot of other Panthers, players, coaches, fans, and management, and everybody in the stadium is going to be doing the same thing. Even though we're going to be in New Orleans, I know everybody on the team and everybody in Charlotte and all across the country who are Panthers fans, we all going to be doing the same thing as scoreboard watching that Atlanta game just to make sure they can knock off Tampa. And based off how their Seattle game went, I feel as though Atlanta is going to come out just pissed off. I feel that Atlanta is going to come out with the sense of, you know what, our season's ruined, but we can ruin Tampa Bay's season. We can ruin Tampa Bay's season and just try to destroy them. I'm hoping for that. I'm speaking that into existence. I want that to happen. And the next thing I do want to talk about, guys, is Pro Bowl voting and where the Panthers are right now, because we all know the last time we talked about Pro Bowl, J.C. Horn was atop of the DBs in the Pro Bowl in terms of voting, which he should be. And I'm kind of curious, and I had to go look up where everybody else is at. And right now, here's what we're looking at, guys. J.C. Horn is still first amongst DBs in the Pro Bowl. Derek Brown currently sixth at sixth. Rico Dowdle is currently seventh for running backs. T-Mac is sixth for wide receivers. Trayvon Moehrig is seventh at strong safety. And J.J. Jansen is 10th at long snapper, man. So, guys, we got to do our part. We got to up these numbers. We got to get them to the Pro Bowl. Granted, I don't want them to end up having to play in the Pro Bowl when it's all said and done, but let's make sure they get the recognition that they deserve. Especially if T-Mac wins Rookie of the Year, he should be at least top 4. Rico Dowdle, he should be top 5 easily. Derek Brown should definitely be top 4. J.C. Horn, we know, should be first. J.J. Jansen, as much as long snappers don't give credit where credit is due, definitely top 6. Definitely top 6 to top 4. So let's go ahead and make sure our boys are getting to the Pro Bowl, at least getting Pro Bowl recognition that they deserve doing so there. And lastly, guys, we have to talk about it. We have to discuss it. It can't be ignored. What is the easiest road to the playoffs for the Carolina Panthers? Oh, man. I had to go looking and I had to research. I was getting confused on numbers myself, but I feel as though I found the easiest roads for Carolina, and it's in these certain cases. So, case number 1, we just go ahead and beat the Bucs in both matchups. Don't even waste no time. Don't play with it. We could lose to New Orleans. We could lose to Seattle. We beat the Bucs in both matchups. We're in. Easy. That's the situation where we have the most control over. That it's all on us. We just beat them in both matchups, automatically division champs, regardless of what happens in New Orleans and Seattle. Case number 2, which I like a lot because we can wrap it up by next week. Atlanta beats Tampa. We beat New Orleans this week, and then we beat Tampa next week. If we do that, we are the NFC South champions by week 16, by the end of week 16, because Tampa Bay will fall to 2-2 in the division while we'll go up to 3-1 beating New Orleans. Then Tampa Bay losing to us in week 16, they go to 3-3, we go to 4-1. That's it. Even if they beat us in week 18, that's it. We can't lose. We can't lose the division. We've won the division. Case number 3. Again, Atlanta beats New Orleans. Atlanta beats Tampa Bay. We beat New Orleans, but we lose that first matchup to Tampa Bay and then win in week 18 in Tampa Bay. A little bit harder, a little bit more work involved, but it's still in our hands a bit. It's still in our hands a little bit. And the last case, the last scenario, if Tampa beats Atlanta, we have to beat New Orleans, at least split. We have to split with Tampa Bay. Not even at least. We have to split with Tampa. Then we have to beat Seattle and hope Miami beats Tampa. That would give us the overall record, and that would put us in as a Division South champs, bro. Again, outside of just outright beating the Bucs, hold up. Cool. So, outside of just flat out beating the Bucs, that case 2 I love the most because it's finished by next week. I love case 2 the most. Personally, even outside of just beating the Bucs, I love case 2 the most because we can have this wrapped up and division champs by week 16. Yes, I love beating the Bucs just straight up. I'm all for that. I'm all for it. But in terms of playoffs, in terms of rest, in terms of recovery, case 2 to me is the best case. Because Atlanta beats them. We beat New Orleans. Then we beat Tampa Bay. we can go ahead and rest our starters for week 16 or 17 and for week 17 and 18 to get healthy for our home playoff game. That's an extra essentially 2 bye weeks. And granted, I know there's a double-edged sword because if you rest your starters and then they come out flat in that playoff game, you're like, why did you rest the starters? I get it, bro. I understand. But as many injuries as this team has had, my God, it would be a godsend to not have to worry and not stress heading into week 17 and week 18 and hoping for some hope. Or going into that week 18 matchup like in case 3 and we have to beat Tampa in Tampa. Think about it now. We have to beat Tampa in Tampa. And then in case 4, yeah, we split with Tampa. We have to beat Seattle and then still hope Miami beats Tampa. So that's going all the way down to week 18. Case 3 goes down to week 18. Case 1, even though it is simply just beat the Bucs both times, goes all the way down to week 18. But case number 2? Case number 2? Your Carolina Panthers can be NFC division champs by next Sunday, y'all. In case number 2. Think about that. The first time in 10 years, your Carolina Panthers can say they won the NFC South division, and we will have it locked up with still 2 weeks left in the regular season and not have to worry. What is there not to love about that scenario? What is there not to love about that scenario? So, I really like that case. I'm a fan of case 2, and then I'm a fan of case 1. Case 2, we have it finished by whatchamacallit, week 16, and then case 1, obviously, just straight up beat the Bucs. Just beat the Bucs. It don't matter nothing else, just beat them. But man, with all that being said, now it is time for the Panther freeze frame of the day. And today's freeze frame comes from yesterday's practice. And I like this photo of Bryce because right here, I don't know what's going on. But Bryce looks like he could be a homeless guy coming up to you asking for some change. He looks like he could be trying to advocate for coach to stop practice early or just trying to crack a joke with coach to get him to laugh. And it just looks fun. It just looks funny. And it takes me back to being a football player when you just come up to coach when a certain group is going out and you just start cracking jokes with him and he start laughing. And he tell you, man, go back to your own group. It's like, I am in my own group, coach. You love me. So I just love that. I thought that was a cool photo, man. And then now, it is time for your favorite segment. It is time for Panther Nation to speak your truth. And that's why I read the comments that came from y'all in the last video. And honestly, I love y'all comments. Keep sending them. Please keep sending them. Don't ever hesitate. Don't ever stop, man. First comment comes from James Petit, 9361. My man says, tonight my son finished his wrestling season 13-0 in a 144-pound weight class. Drew his inspiration from them Panthers. Keep pounding. Hey, hold up. Not only do you get a growl, James, shout out to your son. Finished at 13-0 in his weight class. I used to wrestle in middle school, and I was in the 127 to 148 weight class. 7th grade was 127. 4th grade was 148. So, hey, going 13-0, he has my respect. It's an impressive feat. I respect it a lot. And, hey, shout out to him. Hey, tell him to keep pounding and go handle his business, man. I love it. Next comes from Rory_Blake. My man says, Aviro now has more film on Tyler Shaw for Sunday's game. It's like for the Sunday's game against the Aints. We got to win the next 2 games to be NFC South champs. We do, barring Atlanta beats Tampa. We win the next 2 games, and Atlanta beats Tampa. Yes, we are NFC South champs. So I agree with you, Rory. Definitely got to win these next 2, man. And then lastly comes from Papa_1986. My man says, perfect upcoming Sunday. Carolina win over the Saints and Atlanta bounce back and beat Tampa. Then we will be looking wonderful. So Atlanta, do us a favor, gang. And Panther Nation, let's come out and whoop the Saints, please, in New Orleans. I couldn't have said it better myself. But, see, guys, with all that being said, that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell at the bottom so you can always be notified of when these videos are dropping. Next, comment below. Let me know, 1, how many of you were scoreboard watching and will be scoreboard watching on Sunday? 2, what are your thoughts on the current status of our boys in the Pro Bowl? Do you think they should be higher? Do you think this is about where you would expect them to be in Pro Bowl voting? And are you going to go vote to get them higher? And 3, which playoff scenario is your favorite? Or which one would you like to do? Which scenario do you think gives you that most comfort? And let me know that and everything else in between because, guys, at the end of the day, what do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all you Panther Nation. Take care. Later days. And as always, keep pounding. I'll see y'all next time.